Alright, so this is what I'm trying to do. I am going to move from one web host to another web host. What is the work that is need to be done in order to do this? So everything that is connected to this web host need to work on this web host. My landing page need to move, and I need the landing page to work while I'm doing this move. So that means that I need to register a temporary domain. The current web host uses WordPress. So WordPress will be a requirement on web host 2. I also use Elementor, and I use the premium or paid Elementor because I needed the form feature to work, and the advanced form feature only works with the Elementor paid version. Well, last I checked, and that was a very long time ago, 5 years ago. Maybe Elementor, I don't even know what they have done with Elementor. Maybe this doesn't work anymore, I don't know. But can I move my paid license of Elementor to the other web host? So what Elementor is, it is a website designer or a landing page designer, and it's very powerful. You can create landing pages very quickly. And I'm asking myself, why haven't I done any videos on how to create landing pages? I mean, that would be such a powerful way to get new subscribers to my channel. I will do that in the future. I will do that. The landing page have a email newsletter, so I have an email service, but that is not on this web host, and that is really good that it isn't, because it will save me a lot of time. Also, the email domain associated with this email service is not the same domain as the landing page, and that is also good because I can just reuse the landing page feature on web host 2 and everything will work fine. On this web host I also have a script that uses PHP. So if you don't know about PHP script or PHP, then just let's say that I needed a way to move or copy the WordPress page, the HTML and images and everything, so that this become a static page. And the reason I done this is because my server was hacked, and previously I ran my landing page on WordPress directly. So someone, most likely a bot from the World Wide Web, hacked my landing page, and they installed a spam script on my web host. So this web host started to spam other sites, and that was difficult because they injected code everywhere, and I saw a lot of, what is it called, redundancies. So if one would fail, the script would take over from another place. So they placed the script on different directories in this web host. So we had to clean up everything. And this is why I don't want to run WordPress directly on my web host. But I have a built-in log system, so I can see what type of information is sent from my landing page. And there is two types of information, and that is, one is the email sign up, and the other is strange code that is sent, different codes. And I think this is a vulnerability in WordPress. It tries to see what kind of vulnerabilities they can do further hacking on. So you have to be careful with WordPress. And if you are not very technical, then you have to keep WordPress up to date, and don't forget to, on a consistent basis, update your WordPress, because the support on this web host didn't do that automatically. So I had my own server, so I was responsible, and it was my fault that I didn't update the WordPress. But I'm also very sure that the people that are looking for vulnerabilities will always find them before the holes or the problems are patched in WordPress. so why not use a static page? And I have decided to give this PHP script to my members, the members that have signed up through the education system that I use. So I will give this script so you can make your website secure, but it only works if you have WordPress and Elementor. I have not, well, it could work actually with other systems, because this is just a script that copies the HTML and the images and the other files like JavaScript and CSS, all the files that is involved to make the page work. But I have not support to use database queries, for example, back to WordPress. That is something I can't do. But then it would go against the purpose of having a static page, because if you have that, then it is more vulnerable. So I actually like that it only can save a static web page. So register a temp domain for webhost 2, and that temp domain, when you enter it, it should open the landing page. So I have been recommended to use one.com, but I always need to check the reputation. 4.1 is actually pretty good. I want to read the 1-star reviews, see what the complaints are. Slow login, poor support, but it is great that they respond. That means that they actually care about their web host, unless this is a bot. I've seen bots answering with very much similar responses. You can kind of get a feel for if it is a human or if it is an AI bot that responds. So an older person had problem with his or her Vodafone, and apparently there is onecom.co.uk that what I get from this text is not associated with one.com. So renewal price, is this for a domain, to renew a domain? And they deleted the domain when they didn't. Well, if you don't pay for the domain, then they delete it. But I insist on taking care of the domain myself so that I have control over it. Right, so $6 for the first year, and then $37 the second year for a domain. So could that be that they offer a cheap domain the first year because they have this as a way to make the purchase of the web host more attractive? Okay, so here they tell you they offered a discounted price for the first year. So this is a marketing trick, and they are talking about standard rate for renewal. So if you go in on one.com, plans and pricing, hosting prices. So this is about $23 per month. I only need one website, and I doubt that my website would take over even 10 or 20 megabyte. So that is only a fraction of this. But what I need is PHP. Okay, so here we have PHP. If we check the detail. Alright, so let's get started. But I think this is a problem. Do I need to transfer a domain in order to make this work? Either register a domain or transfer. I want to have a name server. That is, I can register a domain on, for example, Namecheap or GoDaddy, and I can then register my domain on these two services. So now I have only a domain that I registered. So what I want is to have a name server. So this web host have like a pointer, and it is usually named name server or ns dot something and ns2 dot something, and I can take these name servers, which means that when you go out on Google, for example, and, well, not Google, but if you search on the URL bar on your browser for a domain, that domain will look up on the registrars, how, I don't know how to pronounce it, registrars. Alright, so you look up the domain, and now you don't have any name servers on, so they don't know what host to point to. So this is why you need to enter these names in your domain settings on Namecheap or GoDaddy. So when you enter this information, it will see, oh, there is a name here, and where is this name server pointing to? It's pointed to webhost 2. So okay, so then I look up on webhost 2 and see what the content is that is represented by the domain. So the domain will represent content, and in the beginning, when you look up your domain or enter your domain, it will choose the default content, and the default content is something, a landing, what's it called? A temporary page on Namecheap or GoDaddy. So that is what it's found. So possibly Namecheap or GoDaddy has their own name server pointing to their own web server. So you need to have another name server so it points to this web host. So if you don't understand, then leave a comment in the comment section and I will answer how it works. So what I need to do is to ask one.com if I can use my own name servers, and I will have to send an email to them, and I hope they respond, or maybe I can call them, I don't know. If you are able to call the support and there is a real person responding, that means they are really professional, and this is why they had over 4 points on Trustpilot. So anyway, this is the end of the video, and I did not add any hook in the beginning. You should always add a hook, so you want to hear what the end is about, and I forgot to do that, but this is more educational, this video, so I really don't care. But if you want to know how I make money creating these videos, then I have a link in the description. You can click that link and you get to this education portal that I use and learn from. And the thing that is different with this education portal is that they are transparent about that this is not a get-rich-quick way of making money online, because there are no get-rich-quick opportunities out there. It is just bait. People are trying to bait you into purchasing crap. So if you really want to learn how to really do things from scratch, step by step, then do sign up or take a peek at this education portal that I use. And you will also, if you sign up, you will also have access to my script if you're interested, and I will help you set up so your web page is protected as well. Anyway, take care and stay awesome, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.